Ah, April Fools, I gotcha. This movie sucks. Let me tell you why. So I just saw Morbius, and it was kind of bad. The biggest problem with this movie is it just feels half-assed, clunkily put together, and all around meaningless. Nothing happened in this entire movie. I wanted to fall asleep the whole time, and I was just kind of wondering why I hadn't already. That's how this movie made me feel. Jared Leto does a bad job. He's really bland and annoying. The Morbius stuff wasn't scary or threatening or interesting. And what annoys me most is that the concept of this character is really cool. A vampire brought on by a cure to a genetic disease. It's just that weird kind of science fiction-y stuff that I really like. But oh my god, do they not take full advantage of that premise. Stuff is just set up and forgotten about. The only setup and payoff was the way the villain died, and what was foreshadowing it was kind of interesting, I guess. That shows that they at least cared about that, but they didn't really care about that much else by the seams of it. Stuff just happens, like I guess everyone he killed in the film doesn't come back as a vampire, but his girlfriend does because he just decided, oh, I'm gonna make you a vampire as well. Okay. I mean, I guess there were 2 vials left, but we never once saw him take that second vial that his friend Milo didn't use, I guess. And if he did use the remaining vial, why does it work on her? She doesn't have that blood disease. Yeah, Milo's a terrible villain. I understand what it's going for, but it just really doesn't work in how it's executed. It's just kind of like, oh, okay, you're evil, I guess. You really didn't come across as that unlikable before you became a vampire person. I guess it just made you crazy. But why didn't it turn Jared Leto into complete psycho either? He still has morals. He's still kind of okay, I guess. He does stuff that is questionable, but he doesn't want to, I guess. But the whole time I was just kind of asking myself, why don't you just kill yourself? Like, you're being horrible by just staying alive. You've done this to yourself, you might as well take yourself out. Everything just feels rushed, the direction is sloppy, the editing sucks. The editing actually really kills this movie, I'm not even joking. This is one of the most poorly edited superhero films I've ever seen. I know people rip on No Way Home for its editing, but it really takes the cake. Adria Arjona was not good. Jared Harris's character did absolutely nothing. On Google, he's literally just Morbius's mentor. Like, they don't even use the character's name. Like, okay. He does nothing, his character's pointless, they have what's supposed to be an emotional moment, it means nothing. This film literally just exists to lure in Morbius fans and make money. That is the conclusion I've drawn from it. Tyrese Gibson didn't really do anything. Simon Stroud was a boring character. Apparently he has like a super strong second hand or something. It's only ever alluded to. They don't really do anything with that. His partner, Agent Rodriguez, who's played by Al Madrigal, he was supposed to be some kind of funny guy, but he was just annoying. Nothing he did was funny. The film's sense of humor in general is just fucking god awful. I didn't even feel like rolling my eyes. It wasn't worth the energy of doing that. This is easily one of the most dishonest movies I've ever seen, from a marketing standpoint at least. The line, "just kidding, it's Dr. Michael Morbius," after the Venom reference isn't in the film. The Spider-Man graffiti isn't in the film. The scene where Adrian Toomes meets Morbius in prison isn't in the film. He still meets Morbius, but it is just, it's really stupid. I don't like it. The bad guy line that's sort of been advertised in this movie just is not in the film. The film's morals are really all over the place. The story is just not very good. There are some things that happen off screen, and I don't just mean the violence, but I mean key plot moments like him neglecting the Nobel Prize or whatever the fuck. And it's like, well, why didn't you like show me this? Like, I really wanted to see this. It's an hour and 50 minutes long, and it genuinely feels like nothing happened. I have already kind of forgotten what it was like to even be watching the film, other than the fact that watching it has made me upset and bored. The Morbius design, and I guess the design of the other vampire dude, are kind of cool, but the CGI leaves much to be desired. The action scenes are really poorly done, like you can barely tell anything that's going on, it's just really annoying. All the like Morbius weird smoke effect stuff was just silly. There are some kind of cool and decent, interesting moments in it, I guess, but nothing to impress. You might think I'm just jumping on the hate train for this movie, but it deserves every single bit of negative publicity it has gotten so far. Jared Leto isn't even hammy. I thought reading all the stuff about him being in character and method the whole time, which he's now known for doing, I guess, and makes him really annoying and stupid and unlikable, didn't really add anything to his performance and was just needless crazy man behavior, as he is now known for. What are you doing, Jared? Jared. This whole half villain, half superhero thing they're going for just doesn't work. It works a bit better than Venom, I guess, because in that movie, Venom just became a straight up superhero. But with this film, it's like, okay, I guess he is still kind of an anti-hero by the end. Yeah, the Vulture thing was really stupid. I don't know about everyone else, but I'm getting some serious No Way Home was successful, so let's reshoot a bunch of stuff vibes. The Vulture thing was really thrown in and felt very forced. I am not excited for this universe's version of the Sinister Six. The only way this can work with the established logic of Vulture being introduced into this universe is if they do the same thing with Spider-Gwen and have Andrew Garfield be in this universe, and they make The Amazing Spider-Man 3 with Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone. That is all I'm going to say about that. Other than that, it just kind of pissed me off and had me rolling my eyes and slapping my head, as did a lot of stuff in this movie. Okay, there was one thing I found really funny. Matt Smith does get to do some over-the-top stuff as, what's his name again? Locious Crown? Milo. His name's fucking Milo. He does some really hammy over-the-top acting bits, and they are actually really funny. They had me laughing, and someone in the audience looked at me and was like, why are you laughing? But at the same time, I think he also thought the movie was kind of terrible, so I don't know. Yeah, I'll never watch this again. I never want to think about it again, and I am a little bit sad. This film cost me like £12 as a ticket. Yeah, that's like, what, $15 or something like that? What an absolute waste of time. So, yeah, 2 out of 10. Good night.